Imagine a place so old that time itself seems to have forgotten it. A land where whispers of the past echo in the winds and shadows seem to move with a mind of their own. What if you stumbled upon such a place, unknowingly awakening a curse buried deep within its soil? Would you survive to tell the tale? This is the story of one such place, the cursed ancient burial ground. The story begins with three friends, Aryan, Neha, and Rohan, who were avid explorers. Their passion for uncovering hidden places had led them to many adventures, but nothing had prepared them for what lay ahead. One day, while scrolling through old maps in a dusty library, Aryan stumbled upon a mention of an abandoned burial ground deep within the forests of Madhya Pradesh. Legend spoke of an ancient tribe that had vanished mysteriously, leaving behind cryptic symbols and warnings carved into stone. Locals avoided the area, claiming it was cursed. To Aryan and his friends, this sounded like the perfect adventure. The trio set off early one morning, armed with flashlights, camping gear, and a notebook to document their findings. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the air grew colder, and the dense canopy above blocked out the sunlight. This place feels strange, Neha murmured, her voice tinged with unease. Rohan laughed nervously. Don't tell me you're scared already. It's just a forest. But even Aryan, the most skeptical of the group, couldn't shake off the eerie feeling that they were being watched. After hours of trekking, they stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood ancient stone markers arranged in a circular pattern. Each marker was engraved with symbols that none of them could decipher. At the heart of the circle lay a massive stone slab, partially covered in moss. This must be it, Aryan whispered, his voice filled with awe. As they explored, Neha noticed something peculiar. Look at these carvings. They seem to be warning us to stay away. But curiosity got the better of them. Aryan suggested they remove the moss from the central slab to uncover its secrets. Despite Neha's protests, the boys began scraping it away, revealing a chilling inscription: "Those who disturb the sleep of the forgotten shall pay with their souls." As soon as the slab was fully exposed, the wind picked up, howling through the trees. The temperature dropped suddenly, and the once distant sound of birds vanished. The forest had fallen into an unnatural silence. "Maybe we should leave," Neha urged, her instinct screaming at her to run. "We just got here," Aryan argued. "Let's at least take some photos." Reluctantly, they stayed. As Aryan clicked pictures, Rohan noticed faint footprints leading away from the slab. "Guys, look at this," he called out. "It's like someone walked away from here, but these prints aren't human." Deciding to camp nearby, they set up their tents just outside the clearing. As night fell, an oppressive darkness enveloped the area. The usual sounds of the forest were replaced by an unsettling stillness. Around midnight, Neha woke up to the sound of faint whispers. At first, she thought it was Aryan or Rohan, but when she peeked out of her tent, she saw both of them fast asleep. The whispers grew louder, seemingly coming from the direction of the burial ground. Gathering her courage, she woke the boys. "Something's out there," she said, her voice trembling. Before they could respond, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the forest. It was unlike anything they had ever heard. A mix of anguish and rage. Panic set in as they realized they weren't alone. The shadows around them seemed to move, taking on distorted forms. A glowing figure emerged from the burial ground, its hollow eyes fixated on the trio. "You should not have come here," it whispered, its voice resonating with an otherworldly echo. The figure raised a skeletal hand, and the ground beneath them began to tremble. The friends tried to run, but the forest seemed to conspire against them. Roots and vines blocked their path, forcing them to face the entity. "What do you want from us?" Aryan shouted, his voice breaking. The figure pointed to the stone slab. "Return what you have taken." Confused, they realized the slab had been disturbed when they uncovered it. Working frantically, they tried to cover it back with moss, but the figure's wrath only intensified. "It's not enough," Neha cried. "We have to leave now." Summoning their last ounce of courage, they sprinted through the forest, ignoring the cuts and bruises from branches tearing at their skin. The whispers followed them, growing louder with every step. When they finally emerged from the forest, the first rays of dawn broke through the horizon. They collapsed on the ground, gasping for air. But something had changed. The marks on their bodies glowed faintly, a reminder of the curse they had awakened. Over the next few weeks, strange occurrences followed them. Objects moved on their own, nightmares plagued their sleep, and shadows lingered where there shouldn't have been any. The curse of the ancient burial ground had followed them back into the world. To this day, Aryan, Neha, and Rohan live with the haunting memory of that cursed place. They have sworn never to speak of it again, but deep down, they know the curse isn't finished with them. It's only a matter of time before it claims what it's owed. So, the next time you're tempted to explore the unknown, ask yourself, are you prepared to face what lies buried in the shadows? Because some secrets are meant to stay hidden forever.